every month. It was how she'd been raised, she thought. To be practical, to take responsibility. If only her parents had thought to mention marrying for money. After our road trip, he may decide he wants to go to the University of Washington after all, and that would solve all my problems. Not just the money ones, but the loneliness ones, she thought wistfully. Because after 18 years of them being a team, her nearly grown-up baby boy was going to leave her. Stop, Unity said. You're getting sad. I can see it. I hate that you know me so well. No, you don't. Ellen sighed. No, I don't. But you're annoying. You're more annoying. They smiled at each other. Unity stood, all 5'10" of her, and stretched. I have to get going. You have young minds to mold, and I have a backed-up kitchen sink to deal with, followed by a gate repair and something with a vacuum. The message wasn't clear. She looked at Ellen. You going to be okay? Ellen nodded. I'm fine. You're right. Coop will change his mind 15 more times. I'll wait until it's a sure thing, then have my breakdown. See, you always have a plan. They walked to the front door. Ellen's mind slid back to the ridiculous cost of college. Any of those old people you help have money? She asked. For the right price, I could be a trophy wife. Unity shook her head. You're 34. The average resident of Silver Pines is in his 70s. Marrying money would still solve all my problems. Unity hugged her, hanging on tight for an extra second. You're a freak. I'm a mama bear with a cub. Your cub is 6'3". It's time to stop worrying. That will never happen. Which is why I love you. Talk later. Ellen smiled. Have a good one. Avoid spiders. Always. When Unity had driven away, Ellen returned to the kitchen where she quickly loaded the dishwasher, then packed her lunch. Cooper had left before 6. He was doing some end-of-school-year fitness challenge. Something about running, and Ellen wasn't sure what. To be honest, when he went on about his workouts, it was really hard not to tune him out, especially when she had things like tuition to worry about. Not any more today, she said out loud. She would worry again in the morning. Unity was right. Cooper was going to keep changing his mind. Their road trip to look at colleges was only a few weeks away. After that, they would narrow the list, and he would start to apply. Only then would she know the final number and have to figure out how to pay for it. Until then, she had plenty to keep her busy. She was giving pop quizzes in both 4th and 6th periods, and she wanted to update her year-end tests for her 2 algebra classes. She needed to buy groceries and put gas in the car and go by the library to get all her summer reading on the reserve list. As she finished her morning routine and drove to the high school where she taught, Ellen thought about Cooper and the college issue. While she was afraid she couldn't afford the tuition, she had to admit it was a great problem to have. 17 years ago, she'd been a terrified teenager, about to be a single mom, with nothing between her and living on the streets except incredibly disappointed and angry parents who had been determined to make her see the error of her ways. Through hard work and determination, she'd managed to pull herself together, raise Cooper, go to college, get a good job, buy a duplex, and save money for her kids' education. Yay, her! But it sure would have been a lot easier if she'd simply married someone with money.
How is it possible to get a C- in Spanish?
Coach Keith Kinney asked, not bothering to keep his voice down.
Half the population in town speaks Spanish. Hell, your sister's husband is Hispanic.
He glared at the strapping football player standing in front of him.
Luca, you're an idiot.
Luca hung his head.
Yes, Coach. Don't yes, Coach me. You knew this was happening. You've known for weeks. And did you ask for help? Did you tell me? No, Coach.
Keith thought about strangling the kid, but he wasn't sure he could physically wrap his hands around the teen's thick neck. He swore silently, knowing they were where they were, and now he had to fix things, like he always did with his students.
You know the rules, he pointed out. To play on any varsity team, you have to get a C+ or better in every class. Did you think the rules didn't apply to you?
Luca, nearly 6'5" and 250 pounds, slumped even more.
I thought I was doing okay. Really? So you'd been getting better grades on your tests? Not exactly.
He raised his head, his expression miserable.
I thought I could pull up my grade at the last minute. How did that plan work out? No bueno.
Keith glared at him.
You think...